Right, so I'm not gonna lie, these past few weeks I've been playing a lot of Fallout New Vegas, probably too much. So unfortunately for you, that means I now feel like I'm educated to speak on the subject. So we wake up, tied by a rope at our wrist, and believe me, we're surrounded by some real gangsters right now. I mean, look at this guy, come on.
But I ain't a Fink. Dig?
And just before we get the chance to tell Benny that he is indeed a Fink, he shoots us in the head. Quick side note, I've never seen two people so happy to watch another person get shot in the face. Dazed and confused, we wake up in a room that we don't know and a bed we don't recognise, with a very weird man right next to us.
Whoa, easy there, easy. You've been out cold a couple of days now.
I'm gonna need you to be honest, Doc. Did you touch me?
Get your bearings. Let's see what the damage is. How about your name? Can you tell me your name?
My name is Kim John Courier 6 and I want to know who shot me. But in all seriousness though, I thought I'd dive into a few topics and show off the world for people that have never played the game before, and even for those of you that have. I'm also going to talk about whether I still think it's worth buying in 2024, which I will go into more detail about at the end. So when you first start the game, you get the impression it's going to be very, very Western driven. The majority of the characters in the Mojave Desert look like they're out of an old Western film. And just that, it's called the Mojave Desert, so the majority of it is a desert, and it's filled with the most friendly creatures you'll ever meet. But there is a bright light on the other side of the desert, thanks to some big ass tower that Mr. House built.
I'm the king. What can I do for you?
Need the max wheel. Scott, please. Nah, this is crazy. Believe me when I say that I am not ashamed to admit that I lost a lot of caps here. Now the gambling mechanics are spot on. Not that I'm encouraging gambling, but it's a very unique feature in Fallout New Vegas and it's actually quite immersive. But that's inside the walls, the outside is not as nice. Oh brother, whoa.
I'm hit!
Yeah, I think you're hit. Where are you going? No. I need more bullets. But one of the best things about Fallout New Vegas is actually just the dialogue, character interaction. There's so many different ways that you can take an individual quest line or the entire story just through speaking to another character. But unfortunately this touch has been lost over time in the Fallout games, whether it be due to laziness or traded off for other features in the game. Some of the characters really did have a lot to say.
Ooh, those Night Stalkers, always killing my bighorners. It'll be nice to give them a piece of my mind.
I do miss you dearly, sweet Lily. There is a lot of different factions in the Fallout universe. Some of them carry over through games like the NCR and the Brotherhood, and then some of them are unique to their own game like the Legion is to New Vegas. If I wanted to, I could go on for hours talking about the different factions in New Vegas, but I feel like that would take a bit too long and it would definitely deserve its own video. And now it's time to talk about the combat. Now I'm not going to sit here and pretend that a Fallout New Vegas is an absolutely insane shooter. I do personally think the combat is very good, especially since it came out in 2010, but I definitely see why people struggle with it. That's crazy, man. Damn, bro. To be fair, sometimes the shooting can feel a little bit janky and some of the sights on the guns aren't the best. But still, all the guns have that special Fallout feel to them, whether we're talking energy weapons or the normal guns. The shooting in this game can feel very different to the likes of Fallout 4 and Fallout 76, but nonetheless, you will still leave them like this. And if you just struggle with guns entirely, then melee is probably for you. Unlike what you're seeing in this clip right now, If you're actually semi-decent with the melee class, you can get a lot of damage in really quickly, and it's probably one of the most overpowered classes in the game. So, at the end of the day, if all you do care about is shooting and game mechanics, then there probably is better games out there suited to you. Oh my god, brother. Oh my fuck. And now, why don't we look at the vaults? The vaults give me actual chills. I fucking love them, and I don't know why. With each vault harbouring a different story and a different experiment, they all look extremely dark and gloomy. This mixed with the older graphic style just really works for me. And I hate to dick ride New Vegas anymore, but I swear to God these are the coolest vaults I've seen in the series so far. Please don't kill me, this is a personal opinion. In the Mojave Desert, you'll find Vault 22, Vault 11, and Vault 3. Now, I'm not going to dive into too much with the lore of the vaults because there is a lot of it, and I feel like this might be something people want to find out themselves. But in the short of it, Vault 22 is extremely overgrown and filled up with spores that are harmful to humans. Vault 11 was abandoned and left in ruins by the tragedy of the experiment. And then finally, in Vault 3, they decided to open up their doors to the wasteland because they couldn't fix a leak in the vault. So, as you can expect, it was not long before the fiends had taken over. But as I did say before, I do feel like it's a better idea if you actually go and see the vaults yourself. Putting together the puzzle pieces as you explore them is definitely a fun thing to do, although I do plan on making a video about the vaults in the future. And next time I'm going to dive into a little bit of a hot topic with this game, especially on PC. I do hate to say it, but it's the near constant crashes and frame drops. The game doesn't glitch by definition, and I understand it is a very old game and unlikely to ever be worked on again, but it seriously needs some change on PC. But we all know this will never happen. The game is like 14 years old, so I guess what can you expect? It seems for some people the game runs fine without any issues, and for some people it's near unplayable. I managed to relatively get the game to work after installing the 4GB mod because I found out the game is for some reason locked to only 2GB of RAM. But even though I did sort out the crashing, I couldn't find any way to sort out the frame issues. And I can't lie, for me, before I did install this mod, the game was practically unplayable. So maybe you'll be lucky and your PC can handle it fine, or you'll have to install a mod to make it work. But I can't lie, this is my only real issue with the game. Now, before I go into details about whether I still think this game is worth buying 14 years after release, I think there's a small little thanks in order. If you've made it this far in the video, then thank you. This is the first form of long content that I've actually uploaded to YouTube. It took me many hours to actually edit this video and around 150 to finish New Vegas. So if you are enjoying the video and you would like to see more like it, then consider subscribing, as I will definitely be posting more content just like this. And finally, is the game worth buying 14 years later? I think this is a hard question, and it really does depend on the person you are. If you're someone who's into the older style of graphics that New Vegas has to offer, then it's perfect for you. If you've hated the look of this game the whole way through this video, then I'm surprised you're still here. If you can come to terms with the fact that the game is old and rather immerse yourself in the story and the world of New Vegas, then it'll be the best £8 you've ever spent. However, just remember, you may need to mod your game to get it to run properly. So my final answer, of course this shit's worth it. This is New Vegas, baby.